You feeling Jones?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm happy. She here. You know, that was my first time being introduced to you as well. Is at the Boy Illinois show.
Oh, shout out to the Boy Illinois. I hope he tuned in.
Definitely was like, yo, she's dope.
Yeah.
She could sing.
Thank you.
Definitely. Like, I was captured. When you see somebody when you see somebody front stage, like when you're on stage and you see people coming to the front stage just staring, you know you got their attention, and that's how the crowd was. They were just, you captured everybody's attention.
And her energy was just so demanding. Like, you had to pay attention. You had to stop what you was doing and pay attention to the performance.
That's major. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what you strive for as a performer. So that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you rehearse a lot?
So I do, but I was a dancer first. So kind of like being on stage is like a normal thing.
That's where the cocky confidence come from when you hit the stage.
No, but the thing is,
I see it.
No, like because like honestly, singing makes me hella nervous.
What?
Like, yeah. So only reason why I can be comfortable up there is because I started like ballet and stuff when I was like 3.
Yeah, I saw like music is pretty much embedded within your family. Can you elaborate a little more on your background, like with the family, being musically inclined?
Oh yeah, so my parents met in a choir. They were in the army.
Hallelujah.
Right, they were in the army together down in Texas, Fort Hood to be exact, and then they both sang with Kirk Franklin, like before he had the family and all that stuff.
Do you want a revolution?
Yeah, so like my whole family sings. My dad's side of the family, like when we all get together, we harmonize together and stuff like that. It's really cool. Like it's really the dopest thing ever. I don't know if
so everybody in the family can sing.
Pretty much.
Like that would be so awkward for me to be the only one that can sing.
Well, my brother don't really sing, so you would kind of be like my brother. Shout out to CJ.
Shout out to CJ.
He don't really sing or nothing like that, but yeah, everybody, and it's weird because in my auntie house we had this what's that thing you whip like?
Whip? You say you whip?
Yeah, with the
egg batter, the egg beater.
Oh no, cake batter.
I can't think of it right now. A whisk.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
whisk.
It was a whisk, and we used to use that like as a mic, like walk around and sing through the living room with that. But it was fun. Like my sister taught me harmony. Like my younger sister can blow. Like.
Wow. Have y'all ever thought about like turning into the Jacksons and just starting y'all own group?
No, my dad tried to have me, my sister, and my cousin do a group, but I mean he was just talking. I think. Well, no, he wasn't just talking because he really wanted us to do it, but it just never happened.
Y'all doing your own thing.
Yeah, everybody. And then my cousin really don't want to be up front like that. And then my little sister, she does her own thing. Like y'all should check her out. I'll be tagging her and stuff. But
what's her name?
She goes by Alexandria. I think it's like a dot in the middle.
Alexandria. Well, I'm gonna be following. I mean, we follow each other on Instagram, so I'm pretty sure when she drops something, you gonna support. You the oldest, or are you the oldest, or that's your baby sister?
Yeah, that's my baby sister.
You the oldest in the family?
No, I'm the third.
The third.
I have an older brother and a sister that's older than me, and then a younger sister.
Hey, y'all got a whip right there. Y'all got a whole whip.
So, what made you transition from being a dancer to a singer?
I don't know if it was necessarily something that made me do it, because I was always dancing just because I love performing. Like, I do love being on stage. And then I did a talent show in high school, and that was the first time my family heard me sing. Like, my mom, my dad, everybody included, like, because I was scared. So I was 17 when I first started singing. Like, that's the late bloomer for most people. Like, some people be like, yeah, I've been singing since I was 8. I've been singing since I was out the womb, you know? Yeah. That wasn't me. Like, I was so scared and so, like, unsure of myself. Yeah.
Do it. So, pretty much.
But I always knew I had the talent because people would catch me humming, but they would never know what, like, my voice sounded.
Your voice sounded.
Yeah.
Your voice is amazing.
Thank
Good thing you turned the hums into melodies.
Thank you.
Man, so after the talent show, that's pretty much when you was like, you know what, I can do this.
Yeah, like the feeling I had when I was on that stage, like it was crazy. Like shout out to my best friends. I don't know if they watching, but they like ran up on stage with flowers and big old posters. Like I have the best friends in the world. First of all,
shout out to your friends. They sound dope. I'm jealous.
Yeah, like
can we all just share friends? Nobody rush stage with flowers and roses for me.
Yeah, and it was crazy. Like, and I sang "Flowers and All" by Beyonce, and it was just one of those moments where you like let loose.
I don't know that Beyonce, so I don't know that one.
Really?
No, let me hear something.
No.
I
was saying something for y'all, but I can sing my own stuff.
Okay.
We'll do that later.
Okay.
So
she's like, I just want to hear it.
So, we're not going to get into PDA just yet.
Okay.
I want to get into like the acting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've learned that you've struck spotlights within like Empire and how was that? Like, how did you get into it with Empire? And, how was that for you, boosting your music career?
The crazy thing about that is somebody told me about, like, this casting group, and I just sent my pictures in, and they started, like, booking me for stuff. Like, I did extra work before, and then with this particular one, they casted me to be Jamal's friend. Quote unquote. So I was supposed to be like his support system in the crowd while he was performing. And the way they had it set up, like I was literally smack dead in the middle, and they just had me there the whole time. But like every time I've ever been on set, because I've done stand-in work for them. I don't know if y'all know what that is exactly. Yeah, I did. Okay, so when you're a stand-in, you're basically like the look-alike of the main character, right?
Oh wow!
And then they basically base lighting and camera angles on you, and then the actor comes in and takes the spot because it's already set to them based on you. You get it?
I got what you're saying. Like they break everything down from you. They get stuff set up, then they bring in.
So that's actually how I started. I started doing that, and I did that on the movie Chiraq. And it was I just love being in that space and learning from like the directors, because they really treat you like you're a part of the crew, because you technically are. And you just learn a lot about what it's like to be on set, the respect level everyone has for each other, just a respect for the art and the project that you're working on. And that's kind of how I got started. But everybody on Empire is cool as ever. Like,
I want to meet Taraji P. I would love.
She's serious though. Like she does not play like about her roles and stuff, and like getting in her zone before like. She's a real deal.
that don't make you like. So the singing makes you nervous. The being in front of the camera acting, that didn't make you nervous.
No, because I don't have to say nothing to do that. Like I don't have to I don't have to bare my soul to do that. I just have to pretend to do that part. So that's different. Or like even when I did, I was in a musical, and when I did that, I was playing a character. So it wasn't really me showing myself, I was showing the truth of a character, so it's different.
So it is. Okay, see, it's
like wearing a mask.
Yeah, but me personally, I'd be nervous.
I would too.
My anxiety.
Look, I was an extra in Empire for like the first episode. Like not the first episode, the episode when they had the little girl come out, and she was supposed to be. She was supposed to be the son. What's her name from Bill Cosby show? The little girl, Raven Simone. She was in. They was right there, and I was walking through the hallway, and Taraji kind of like slipped, and I was like, they told us we couldn't talk to the actress or the actors, so we couldn't come in contact with them or nothing. But when she fell, I'm like, this is my chance to get it in. So I threw my shoulder out to catch her, and she was like, thank you. I'm like,
you look so geeked. I can see this. I can see you smile right now.
I was done after that. And I ain't even go back no more.
Man. But I mean, you know what? We're gonna get into a quick music break.
Yeah.
And then from there, we're gonna get back to the beautiful London Low. Right here on Logic Radio.
Tune in, y'all. Tune in.
So high, so high, so high, so high, so high, so high.
Hey, we are back. Welcome back to iLLANOiZE Radio with your host Biko
and your homeboy Illinois Jones. And we got London Low in the building still.
Yeah,
took the word right out of my mouth.
Because you sound like, cat got your tongue.
No, I was waiting on you to finish.
I got you. Yeah, tune in right now London Low Live.
Or hit them phone lines at 708-314-9915.
Look at you. You ain't got to look at the paper no more, cuz.
You feel?
You feeling this radio stuff. Now look at you.
Hey, man, it's I love it because I get to, sit down with people like London. Amazing talent, and it's amazing to meet people and network. And like I said when I met you at Wendy Live, right off back, I'm like, I gotta bring you through the station. And I appreciate you saying yes.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I love being able to talk about my music more. So
she like talking about her music.
I do.
Well, let's talk about it. So, you recently dropped an amazing EP entitled PDA. Mm-hmm. Can you let the people know what PDA is?
PDA is an acapella project that I wrote, produced, arranged, recorded, all of that by myself in my bedroom. Funny thing. Yeah. And PDA stands for Public Display of Artistry. Because I was kind of telling y'all earlier, how I'm nervous. I used to be nervous to sing and, to let people know that that's a talent of mine, I guess you could say. So the public display is just that. It's like I'm not hiding anymore. I'm going to let people know, what I can do. All right, I came out the closet. Yeah, so yeah, that's really what this project was for, just to let people know, nah, I really could do this, And I did it by myself. As a woman in music, that's kind of rare.
Dope. But what made you do the production, how you did the production?
Yeah, I definitely got to hear that.
Acapella that? So the thing is, I get melodies in my head all the time. I just get random melodies. I could be driving down the street and get one, or I'll hear a song and then that'll inspire one. Anything like that. So I just used to have hella voice memos of song ideas, and I just never could complete them because I was I don't know how to make a beat to this. I don't play keys. I don't know. So I used to try to go to my guys or people that I knew to produce, and was can you produce something to this record? And it was always a little difficult because they would make something great. Don't get me wrong. They would make something dope, but it's not what I heard. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to express what I heard. So to try to get that out and to try to get the sound out of my head and into everybody's ears, I started just making noises, just making the sounds that I wanted to see present on the record. And from that, I was like, yo, this kind of dope. You know what I mean? I don't really... why don't we just do it a cappella? Just leave it as it is. So it started with me just doing the lead vocal, and then I do backgrounds because I love background vocals.
Who doesn't?
Right, exactly. So I just used to do backgrounds, and then from there, I was well, I need something to kind of keep time, to keep the tempo going. So I was well, let me just, try to do some percussion sounds. But I didn't want to be corny and be clapping and the thing and stuff. So I was let me try to imitate as closely as possible drum sounds. So I did that, and then one of my favorite instruments is a guitar. So a lot of times I would try to imitate those sounds or imitate the bass sound, and then put that through the song so it could really be full. Because I thought about when you perform live, what's on stage? It's keys, drums, bass, and the lead guitar usually. That's your 4 solid people and then a lead vocalist. So I was let me make sure all those sounds are present so then it feels full the same way.
So
why are you smiling
because why she breaking it down to me, I'm yo, I heard all that, right? Because it's one song, I forgot what song it was, but you did the bass. So the bass was then hitting so hard. I'm is that her?
Yeah.
Voice is boom. And I'm dang. I had to make sure, was that your voice?
Yeah, I mean we put effects on it to boost it, for sure.
How long did it take you to create? To create everything, because that seems like a long process.
It is a long process, but it was broken up into so many pieces. I couldn't say it took.
Oh Lord, have mercy! We got a call. Scared me.
Whoa! What's somebody press?
Scared everybody.
I was just what?
What happened? Hold on, we got a call on the line. Caller.
Yo, how you feeling?
Yo.
iLLANOiZE.
Who we got on the line?
Yo, this is G.
Yo, what's up, Gene, man? You sound like you off the
lead. Gene off the lead.
Like you off like on a cloud or something over there, my boy.
Nah, man, I ain't been calling say what's up to the homie, man. What's good?
Oh no, man, we got London Low in the building. You heard her?
Nah, who?
London Low.
Oh, what up?
Hey.
You still popping like that?
Yeah,
How you doing?
she's popping right now. You need to get in tune with her.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yes, dope female artist. Definitely when you play her music, I guarantee you it captures your ear.
What's the link to the album, to the EP?
What you listen to, like Spotify, Tidal, iTunes? What you use?
Spotify.
It's on there. Just search London Low PDA.
No doubt.
Thanks for calling in, man. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
No doubt, dude.
All right.
That was G.
Right.
Dream sounds super high.
He sounds something. I was like, wait, what's going on?
He like, yo, that's what happened when you put the number on social media.
Right, exactly.
And just tell people to call in.
Hey,
that's exactly what I did. I just tell people to call in.
I'm actually doing that right now. But he did throw us. He threw us off.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's almost some hey.
But you just got a fan though.
I know.
Exactly. So shout out G.
He might just come back and be like, yo.
She dope, bro.
He gonna be like, validation.
So your project, five track project.
Mm-hmm.
I was recently watching Long Distance. Hands down, I love that joint.
Do you?
Love that joint.
Thank you.
I mean, I love the project, to be honest.
Yeah.
But Long Distance, the concept behind that song was everything, because it shows you like the urgency of like when you miss someone and they finally in town.
Yeah.
I was gonna say break down the visual,
because you're doing a great job. I was gonna let you finish.
All right, well, I got your back. So, for those that have not seen Long Distance, please check it out. Like I said, it's pretty much a conceptual visual where you miss that person that you're in a relationship with. You guys are too far to see each other. So when you guys finally meet when you guys finally come together, have some time, and he fly in the city or whatnot, or she come in the city, and y'all link, you already know what it's about. It's about business. It's about to get to the business. And shooting that video, I want to ask you, like, how comfortable were you shooting the visual? Because a lot of women, I'm not trying to say a lot of women, but some women don't like to show themselves, and you look quite comfortable expressing your feelings within that visual.
Yeah, because I mean that's when the acting comes into play. It's more like just creating a story and telling that story. And the guy that I work with, he's also an actor, so he was super respectable. Like, my manager was there, my dad was there, some friends were there. Like, it wasn't like
your dad was there.
Yeah.
Was that awkward?
It was. It was super awkward because my dad's we're not even gonna get into that, but it was just funny because he's one of those people where he knows it's gonna come. Like, he knew what type of music I was on, so he knew, that eventually something like that would occur. But he was cool, which kind of made everybody in the room comfortable because he was okay. We was like, okay, this is fine. This will be okay. And then we just had to make sure it's tasteful, because like you said, at the time I was with somebody and it was a long distance relationship. And it's just one of those things where a lot of my friends are dealing with that. Like, a lot of my friends have people who are in the Army or the military or who just live in different states. And those relationships do work, like, if you make them work. And that's kind of what the premise of the song is about, because it's talking about more than just, getting straight to it. When you see each other, it's about communication. It's about, just constantly making each other aware of the love you have for each other, no matter distance or whatever. And I think we did that.
Yeah, I definitely did it, and I'm happy that I brought it up, because that was gonna be my next question about if you were actually in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
To hear you say that, it's like, yes, the music is real.
Yeah, it's a real song. Like, yeah, and it was funny because, like, while I was writing, one of my best friends, her and her guy, they were in a long distance relationship. So me and her would have conversations, and those conversations kind of brought about the lyrics for the record.
So for those, that are in long distance relationships, what would you say to motivate them to, stay together during that hard time?
To just communicate. And when you're not together, stay busy. Like, stay grinding, stay working on yourself so that when you do have the opportunity to be in the same city, both of you all have established yourself at a level where you can get the fruits of that distance. And then when y'all together, it's like a power couple. You know what I mean? So if you got to be apart, you might as well make your time useful. So
I'm watching the video right now. If y'all wonder why I'm so quiet.
He is quiet over here.
So what we going to do, we going to get into some more music. We going to get into the homie Heavy Crown's Funk Shui. And then after that, we going to get right back into London Low and get into her dope single and things of that nature. So y'all stay tuned right here on iLLANOiZE via Logic Radio.
Action. Oh yeah. Action. Oh my goodness.
It's Smitty.
Okay. Yep, ITS-SMITI.
Y'all talking to the team right now.
Oh, this the one of the girls running to the stage with the flowers?
No, that's my manager.
Oh, what's up? Sorry. Hey, squad. What's up?
Gang. So, what's your favorite song on PDA?
People.
The intro.
Okay. Yeah.
That's lit.
The intro was hard, though.
But I heard a few people said that, though.
So, with you being London's manager, I want to ask you, can you tell us something positive about London that she doesn't know she has? Like a...
Can I tell you something positive that you what?
Can you tell us something positive about London that she doesn't see in herself that you see?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Right, that's a real question.
She shouldn't have called. You think
she is extremely good. She's an extremely giving person.
Okay.
And so, sometimes maybe even almost to a fault. She gives her laugh and she gives her all. Yeah.
Tear.
I was about to say that guy
look, Tear.
I need a hug.
What's your favorite line? Sing one of your favorite lines.
Why are you putting her on the spot like this? What the hell?
That's what happened when you called up here.
You feel me?
I ain't mad. Listen, I like hold on to your crown. That's my thing. Don't let it go.
They tried to skip through that song. They don't want no crowns over here, guys?
I got mine. I keep my crown on.
My crown right here too.
Yeah.
Here. God got me.
Yeah, I keep my crown on. I adjust it
at all times.
You feel me? Hey,
right,
I ain't got my hat on. But hey, that's dope. We appreciate you calling. Please give out your social media one more time to let the people know.
All right. Enjoy, you guys. Have a good day.
Okay, well, she did not hear me.
She was moving fast. Anyway, y'all, that was Smitty. That's my manager.
I got shows to book.
I got emails.
Got to get back to work.
And it's Smitty on Instagram. ITS-SMITI.
Shout out to her. That sounds like a dope manager.
She is.
That's
for
love.
Sure.
When your manager call in and shows love. Like, I had to ask her that because managers go through a lot just like the artists.
Oh yeah, all day.
And managers are gonna stick with the with the artist because they there's loyalty, and at the same time they see what you don't see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she called him.
That was a good question, though. That was a really good question.
She answered it quite well. So, and I see it in you. Like you have a very positive vibe.
Thank you.
How you on Facebook Live?
Instagram.
Oh, you on Instagram Live? But I could tell by how you speaking with your audience.
Yeah.
And it's just like a very friendly vibe, man. Shout out to your parents.
I have the best parents in the world. That's a fact. They both support me. And that's kind of rare in an industry like this because most people, they want their kids to go to college, become a doctor, that whole spiel. And when they told me, go to college, but chase your dreams, So they understand and they support me 12,000%, especially because they both have a love for music too. So I never had to feel like my parents don't want me to do this.
No, they
I
right there with you.
Step one. Since day one. I said step one. Since day one. That's love.
For Pops to be at the video shoot,
right.
that's big.
Like,
and both my parents was in the last video for Woke. They was both in there.
Oh, I'm happy you brought Woke up. Woke is you're releasing. I'll put words together. Your recent release.
Yeah.
And can you explain the the message
behind Woke?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Woke is about, it's just a point of frustration because I know how it is I love black people and I love my people, and I get really sensitive when it comes to the issues that we have to face on a daily basis, just being black Americans,
Yep.
But what I guess gets under my skin is when we fetishize like issues, and then it becomes a fad, and it lasts like 2 months, if that, and then you don't care anymore. So like even the stuff with like all the shootings and when they had the water crisis and all this stuff, it's like
it goes on for a week, and then next thing you know,
these are real issues. People are
fake
still
activists.
Right. People are still dealing with these issues.
Like Flint, for instance.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. So I don't know. I've always been one, like, if I get to the point where I'm so frustrated that I can't focus, I'll figure out something to do. Like, I put on rallies before, I've put on marches before, I put benefit concerts together, but I can only do so much just because of the resources that I have. But I try to utilize all of those resources to do something, so I'm not just sitting in my house mad, because that's not helpful
At all.
So the whole premise came from that frustration, and I was asking myself, and just if my peers in general, are you still woke when woke ain't popular? Like, if it's not trendy, do you care? Or like, if it's not being talked about anymore, are you still concerned? Like, so that was kind of the question that I was posing for everybody, to just, it's okay to care. It's perfectly fine to care. It's natural to care, human to care, but make sure that your care isn't just out of convenience, So it's just a charge.
See, and when I was watching the video, who directed the video, as a matter of fact?
Well, I directed it, and my guy, Clark Airlines, he's so cool. He does the videography and editing for me.
Got you. So, okay. Because I seen, like, and within the background, the words were coming up, like, and it just made you go back in time.
Yeah.
It just made
I'm
you
glad
rethink
that
about
that for you.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do. So, yeah.
And it definitely did. And that's why when you brought Woke up, I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about woke.
Yeah.
Because I'm very woke.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I vibe with that. But no, that was the point. Because one of the lines in the song is, need to address our scars. Like, but our scars are like things that have been brushed over in the black community, and like we're just expected to heal and to move forward and to be strong and to be powerful and like pioneer through situations that aren't necessarily something that's a quick fix. So that's what those things in the background were supposed to be, just like a moment to think about those periods of time where we should probably revisit those things,
those situations,
and resolve them. Yeah.
I want to ask you, what do you feel what do you feel our communities need to, help build? And because, when you go on the west side, for instance, certain areas aren't good. What do you feel would work out best for certain communities? What do you feel people need?
I thought about this for a while, and I think what it really boils down to is not to be so spread out with how you give back to your community, but whatever your true skill set is, focus on that, and whatever you do in your job, put that right back into your community. So, like, one of my best friends, for instance, she works with nutrition and homelessness, and, that's her big thing. So she often puts together events to feed the homeless, or, like, does things where she'll clean out convenience stores, like, little corner stores, take out all the super sugary stuff, throw it away, and replace it with healthier options.
That's dope. I ain't never heard that.
When I find out, on the next break, I'll look it up so we could put it in here. But, like, whatever your passion is, be it education, be it health, be it wellness as far as, like, medical health versus, like, food, just take your area of expertise and put that in your community and let that thrive and grow, because eventually all of those things will start to blend together, because some people that are benefit from both sources will tell their people about both sources, and then it's like inward healing outside, coming out. Like, but I don't expect anybody to be able to fix it all. Like, nobody can just sit there and fix all the black people problems. Like, it's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. But if your area is, for example, my manager, she is, like, extremely good at financial literacy. So what she does is she teaches kids about, economics and just how to invest in savings. And she even tries to get with me and my girls, like my homegirls, and, like, show us what it is to do to manage our money. That's her skill set, and that's what she's putting back into her community. Like my best friend, I told you, she works with food. Whatever your thing is, put it, give it, and give it willingly, not as if it's a burden to you to help your people. Because you would do it for somebody else, and I ain't going to put no color on it.
Exactly.
Without question, you know what I mean?
Absolutely right, though.
Just give back to your own. I think that's what we lacking.
I agree. Like, that's why I asked you, because we do need to give back, because that's the only way we gonna grow. There ain't nobody else giving us nothing. Yeah. They steady taking from us.
We have to teach each other.
Exactly. But and then I was gonna say about how you say we can't fix everybody. That's true, because at the same time, it's within the home too.
Yeah, exactly.
If the home is broken, it's gonna be kind of hard to fix that home. But for
me, like a funny thing, one of my other best friends, I got a group of best friends. Like, we all talk about real stuff. But one of my other best friends, we were talking the other day, and I didn't realize this just out of, I guess, ignorance, because I've just never seen it. But I didn't know that people in high school are bringing in the income for their household. Like 14-year-olds, the jobs that they work and that you would think is just for, like, shoe money or to go out on the weekends. No, they got to help their mom pay bills with that or stuff like that. Like, that's something that I just wasn't aware that is something facing kids younger than the high school age. Like, they don't even have the opportunity to be a child because they're worried about being an adult and providing for a household.
Then you see how that's distracting you from school.
Exactly.
Because you got to focus on light bills, dude.
Focus on
14.
But yeah, 14. I didn't even know that was like so prevalent until like maybe a week ago. And stuff like that just makes me sad. Like, I'm like,
you just want to help. Like, how much y'all need?
Or if you need attention, like, how much time y'all need for me to give y'all some attention.
Exactly. So
that's dope. Like,
but I got a heart for this. I mean, y'all could tell. So
yeah, I can definitely tell. You don't see too many artists with that type of heart. Or bump into them and they can actually express that like that.
Well,
you can tell that sometimes. Sometimes you look like she was getting frustrated too. Like, you just.
In this case, she wasn't. Like, that's genuine. That was a genuine answer. And let's get back to PDA. So your cover for PDA. What, like, break that down. I know it's something to it. I know, like, you were going with it, doing something with it. I want to know what's the background behind your cover art.
So the point of it was to express artistry. So that's where the paint came in, because like I was telling y'all, it stands for Public Display of Artistry.
Correct.
And we wanted to give a visual to what that says. Like, so we wanted to showcase the art. So one of my friends, her name's Lindsay Washington. She goes by We Heart Lee, I think, on Instagram. She's a painter, and I just wanted her to be able to, like, show, like, power.
That's why you look
royalty,
like a warrior.
Royalty, like,
that's dope.
And just womanhood, and that's where, like, the glow came from and the gold, and it's just supposed to be very regal and just like a certain stature of womanhood and like being stripped down and being able to still be solid in your nakedness, so to speak. So,
that's deep.
It is.
I'm probably sure you didn't get all of that from just looking at it.
No, I did. That's why we,
But yeah, that's what it was intended for.
I knew the warrior thing was somewhere in there.
Yeah, just like how you can be strong even when you're exposed.
And like with the the exposedness, it definitely shows a strong side of you. Because a lot of women not comfortable, not just women, a lot of people in general not comfortable with their body.
Yeah.
And, it just showed a sign of strength.
Thank you.
When I look at it. So that's why I wonder what's the full breakdown of this cover.
Thank
right
you.
Here. So we're going to get into a game real quick.
Uh-oh.
It's a fun game.
I'm about to say, like, what's up?
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it is. It's not too harsh.
Okay.
Martin,
keep it PG, please.
That's definitely PG.
Okay, perfect.
Definitely PG.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Oh, Fresh Prince.
Okay. Harold's or Uncle Remus?
Harold's.
Okay.
Southside.
So, what's a turn
on? Follow through.
What's a turn off?
A lack of communication.
What's the perfect date?
Something that I didn't know I was gonna do.
Okay, surprise.
Yeah.
Name an artist you would bring back from the dead.
Prince.
Okay. Damn, you right on the money.
Like, you sent her these questions or something? Did she cheat?
Oh, the real.
No.
She got the cheat sheet. She been listening to the show.
So, name an artist you like to work with.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
No.
I seen you performing some of his music downtown.
Yeah, that's my favorite. He my god daddy. He just don't know yet. I'm gonna tell him.
He better know who his god is.
Yeah, but I honestly, like, if I could ideally have like him and Babyface and like
produce an album with him, like, that'd be dope.
That'd be
I will
wild.
like that.
That'd be super musical with the best lyrics.
And I'm gonna get more into that too,
Okay.
right after, because you just made me remember something I wanted to bring up. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the mic, but you made me think of something I wanted to bring up to you. So, if you was not singing, what do you see yourself doing?
Modeling.
Modeling.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah. One word that best describes you.
Worthy.
And that's the game. See,
You're not gonna give her an auxiliary question?
Oh,
okay, you're right.
Wait.
Okay, no, he right.
I don't want it.
Well, you're gonna get it.
You gonna get this work. You gonna get this work.
So, you in a sold out arena. They hand you the aux cord. What song do you play that you made in this sold out arena?
Validation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody in the crowd would
I can see
eventually
myself
be
drunk
rocking.
in the arena with my cup. Like, who is that? She
I
turned.
did not say raw.
So, I think that, yeah, you pretty much broke down all of our game questions with ease too. I don't think we ever got through the game that fast. Like,
She
it was
studied. She practiced.
I think you did.
I did not.
Okay, we
But
gon'
I mean, I did study radio, television a little bit. So, you know.
So I was gonna say about your album.
Yes.
Your EP. I'm sorry, your project. That when you listen to it, it gives you that old school, new school feel. Like nobody, it's different. It's different
I
to
heard it has a Motown vibe, which was
Yeah.
odd to me. I
Like a
didn't
swing.
get
But
that.
it's a good thing because nobody's doing that. And I myself, I appreciate that. Like hearing it, I'm like, finally, it's something that's different from everything out here. Like you took it back, all acapella.
Yeah.
You made your own tune, your own instrumental, all from vocals. You know, that has not. I mean, from what I hear, it hasn't been done in quite some time. And for you to redo it and then do it in your way with the new age style and keep it fresh and soulful, I applaud you on that.
Thank you. You just made it sound so major. Thank you.
I mean,
It is.
it really is. People should look. I feel like music is not appreciated like it used to be anymore.
I would agree.
And when you get a project like this where you really took time to craft it, you gotta get that credibility when it's due, and you did your thing. So make sure y'all hit that link in that description.
Yes.
When y'all watch this on YouTube, if you watching, hit that link in that description and stream the PDA EP. And what we gonna do is we gonna get into your single. Introduce, let the people know. Matter of fact, before we get into the single, let the people know where they can find you, and any upcoming shows and things of that
Okay.
nature.
Shout outs.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, shout out. No, I'm just saying.
About the hood.
First of all, shout out to folks.
Shout out to my mama. No, I'm just saying. So, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook with the same handle. It's Love London. City spelling, Low, L-O, just Love London Low. Instagram is London Low. Twitter is London Low. And YouTube is London Low. All of my project is on. Why can't I talk anymore?
I'm the same way.
What the heck is going on?
You've been hanging around us too long.
I know. Like, come on, guys. What are you doing to me? Okay, so.
We rubbing off.
PDA is available on all music platforms.
There we go.
And you can find it on whichever you prefer. Please, please, please play it. download it, add it to your playlist, add it to whatever, share it with whomever, because I really, really, really love this project, and I have so much more for y'all, but we got to support this one so we can make this baby grow.
Yeah.
Support it.
Yes, and my website is londonlowlive.com. What else was I supposed to say?
Introduce your single.
So this is one of the cuts off my EP PDA. It's called Validation, and it's for all of those people that need their significant other to be a little more vocal about their love and their appreciation for their significant other, so that they just know that they have a prize right in front of them. So,
Validation.
Yes. Without further ado, this is Validation by London Low.
Okay, radio voice. Somebody ready for this.
We're going to get the validation right here on iLLANOiZE via Logic.